Well, I've got one more author to share with you today. But if you are still at this point wondering, is it time for me to stop dreaming and get my book done? I hope the 13 authors you have already met have answered that for you. The time is now. Nobody is ever ready, and you can do this. I'm going to interview one more author with you so you can see the type of power that you can have in the world, the type of change and impact you can make if you stand up and get your book done. Jenny Krengel, join me up here, darling. Hello.
Hello.
It is so great to see you up here. Jenny's book is Love Your Work and Make More Money.
That's right.
I think everyone should do that.
I do. I think so.
Let's tell them about your book.
Okay. Well, I myself had quite a curvaceous career, is what I call it. So I spent a lifetime in sales in high-tech world, and which is quite short on women, by the way, just in case anybody's wondering about that. But I worked for usually small startup or just early stage companies, and I always wanted to make a difference and do what matters. And so I wrote this book for millennial women primarily to really connect with the work that they're meant to do. And I teach them, they learn what I call the 8 truths, and it will unlock and unleash and connect them with the work that they're meant to do.
I love that. It's so powerful. Why do you think people do stuff they're not meant to do?
Wow, that's a great question. Usually people look kind of from the outside. They just go find a job and they want to pay the bills and it's the bare minimum. And they feel like they're fortunate to get that job, and they go to work and they haven't really done the pre-work, what I call it, to really look from the inside out and figure out what it really is that they either want in life or from themselves, starting with all types, the values and the purpose and all those things that we hear so many buzzwords about. But I put in a real practical, very easy to implement, if you will, but it really starts with the individuals.
So imagine a scenario with me.
Okay.
Where it's 4 months ago, we're talking about you coming on to write a book, and you make a different decision. You say, I'm not going to sign up with the author incubator. It's not a known quantity. It's a lot of money. I'm not exactly ready. Maybe I'll take a job back in sales. My old boss is calling me, because old bosses always call, by the way, whenever you're thinking about writing a book. It's a thing. My old boss is calling. Maybe I'll take that job. I don't know if I want to have my conversation with my husband that I'm going to try another thing. All those other parallel universes. Where would you be today had you not made that commitment to your future self?
Wow, that is really... That's a stumper.
I know.
You're
I didn't
stumping
give you
me.
that.
Okay.
What do you think you'd be doing? How would it be different?
I think this is what I'd be doing. I would be doing what I call my mind work rather than my heart work. And it's really my heart work. And so I think that you basically found me. I told you that before, because I'm not Facebook. I'm trying to kind of get back into the swing of all that. And you found me. And there was just something about it just clicked. I mean, I had that kind of on my wildest dreams list, was to write a best-selling book. And oh my God, and dreams do come true. And I'm going to get emotional, but it does. They do.
So what would you say to somebody who's like, I want to do it, but I'm not sure. Maybe yes, maybe no.
Okay, I'm sorry, all my friends and family, but get off your ass and do it. I mean, that's it. I mean, your process is magical. I mean, it really, you have to trust people that mentor you, and trust the coaches, and trust the people out there who have done it. And you just really believe in your authors, and you believe in people. And I think we really connected that level, because I can see a twinkle in someone's eye and, bring out that spark. And you did the same thing.
I love that. What's your biggest hope for Love Your Work, Make More Money right now? What would make you feel like, wow, this was totally worth all the effort?
Well, I've said it before, if it touches even one person, for them to believe in themselves and go to work and be joyful and happy and confident, and not for it to be a chore every Monday morning, that's my wish.
So powerful. Well, if you know someone who could love their work and make more money, particularly millennials, what's the age range for you on millennials that you like to work with?
Late 20s, early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think enough to where you're out of school and you might have taken 1 or 2 or 3 jobs. And if you guys look at my resume, I've had a few, but I was always a performer, made the best of whatever it was that I was doing. But I think it is that age range is they're kind of ready to make that really shift to do meaningful work.
Yeah, super powerful. So what you're going to do right now is on the chat screen, you'll see that link to the Amazon link for Jenny's book. Copy paste that, send that to one person. That was your responsibility today. Download each book or send the link to each book to one person. There is a millennial, there is a late 20, early 30 person who needs Jenny's book. You could send it to them and change their life.
And I have had women like our age saying that they're like, this isn't just for millennials. So that's who I wrote it for, and that's who my love letter was to. But I found it resounding with a lot of my early readers.
I love it. So if you want to love your work and make more money, here's Jenny's book. Jenny, I'm going to ask you to hang out with me as we wrap this up today. You have met 14 authors for about 3 or 4 minutes each. What is something that you would want to say about this group of humans you've been hanging out with and writing these books that maybe in 3 minutes of interviews they wouldn't get?
Without crying?
But no, you can do it with crying. That's fine.
Gosh, okay, so you guys, I'm a pretty, first of all, when you said you're a brass tacks kind of gal, I was like, she's my girl, because I'm a brass tacks, but sometimes too brass tacks. Sometimes you've got to let the soft side in, and I'm so grateful for all of the women that have just touched me and changed my life in so many ways. So, Barbara Walters.
I just Barbara Walters. But here's the thing is that the community here, you get to meet everybody and see their books, but what you don't get to see are the hearts and the connections that are here. And I think the reason why books from the Author Incubator are so successful is because the books are fine, they're good, they're beautiful. Download them, read them, love them. But most authors aren't supported by a community that's lifting up their book, lifting up the author in moments that they have doubts, fears, nasty letters.
Oh my gosh. Well, and I do want to thank Anna. Anna, my editor, was just amazing. And she just was kind and patient and helped me through the times that I doubted myself so many times. And anyway, she was amazing. And also my husband, Russ, I love you. Thank you.
So that's what I want you to know. You don't have to do this alone. You can have a community. You can be supported. Have you had any fun?
Oh my gosh, so much fun.
You can have fun. Yes. It's allowed.
Yeah, that's a requirement for me.
It's fantastic.
So,
have you eaten some nice meals?
Wonderful meals. I mean, it's really first class, all you guys here that support you and your team. You're a good picker.
I feel, I like that. Here's the thing is, I feel like everybody has the Ernest Hemingway thing with you got to be drunk alone in a hotel room contemplating suicide to get your book done.
Yeah.
And there's so many more models out there. If you're into that sort of thing, go for it.
Well, I felt like that sometimes.
She's like, I'm not going to lie.
I was asking for tequila shots, remember?
Yeah, tequila shots are next. That's what I got to say. So if you're somebody who feels like, God, it would be amazing to connect with other people who might get me. It might be amazing to fit in. If you're somebody like me that's felt like, I don't always fit in. I don't really like people all the time. These people are different. You will like them. So here's what you need to do. You need to go to theauthorincubator.com/apply. Did you do this? Did you actually go through the application?
I did. And it was very scary. However, I knew it was the time. It was like, this is the time. And I didn't tell my husband that I really did it until a little bit later, until it was kind of too late.
After you were accepted?
After I was accepted. And it's the best thing, literally, best money and best thing I've ever done.
Love it. So you may have being an incubated author in your future. We are very selective because it is a pretty amazing community. So not everyone is invited in, but clearly you have met 14 amazing authors today. And if there's something they've said that's resonated with you, if you think this might be your tribe, if there's a book inside you and you're ready to focus on making a difference and actually helping people and pulling up the people behind you, especially being from tech, being a woman in tech, like how do you pull up the people behind you? Go to theauthorincubator.com/apply. Please fill out that application. Give yourself a good half an hour to do it, and know what I am looking for is your heart and soul. We can work on the writing. We can refine your book topic, but who you are and your passion to making a difference is what I am looking for. Now, hopefully you listened to me, you followed my instructions, and you have downloaded all of these books and shared the links. But this is what we're going to do. We are going to send you an email with all of the books, all of the links, and a whole bunch of free gifts. Do you know what your free gift was?
Oh gosh.
Your reader magnet.
Yes.
What did you get?
Well, so I sell training. So you learn the 8 truths here, and then you live them in the training.
Fantastic.
So it's loveyourworkbook.com.
Love it. So you're going to get the links to all of these authors have. They each have their own giveaway and gift that they're going to share with you. You will get all of that in an email. You will also get the recording of this that you can share. So we want you to be a part of this community. We want you to get your books and share these books, and also to potentially think about applying to work with us. So we're excited to have spent the last 70 or so minutes with you. We're going to go back to our launch activities. We're going to take our #1 best-selling authors upstairs at the Author Castle, and we're going to do a little bit of celebrating. We hope that while we're celebrating, you will be reading one of these books, maybe the one that resonates most with your soul. Because our goal here at the Author Incubator is to change the world, one book at a time.